Have you ever looked at your life and thought, this isn't how it's supposed to be? Maybe you thought you'd feel more fulfilled, more certain, more settled by now. But what if the breaking you're experiencing is actually building something inside you, something stronger, something more beautiful than you can imagine? In this video, I'm going to walk you through why your midlife setback, whether it's divorce, empty nesting, or simply feeling lost, isn't a detour. It's part of the design. So stick with me and I'll show you 3 profound truths about what happens when life breaks wide open and how God uses those pieces to build a future full of purpose, peace, and joy. I'm Ange Kostelik, a Christian mental health and life coach, and I help midlife women navigate major life transitions with faith, clarity, and resilience. I've walked through the heartbreak of divorce after 21 years, the fear of an empty nest, and the loss of a life I once knew. And I'm here to tell you, the breaking didn't destroy me. It delivered me into the woman I was always meant to be. Can you relate? Have you ever found yourself standing in a season that looks nothing like the dreams you once held? I'd love to hear your story, so please share a little in the comments, because your story matters. Now here's what we're walking through today. Why broken seasons reveal, not ruin, your true identity. How grief becomes the ground where purpose grows. How to walk forward with hope even when you can't see the full picture. And when everything falls apart, whether it's family, marriage, careers, it feels like you've lost who you are. And in a way, you have. You've lost the version of you that was wrapped up in roles, in routines, in expectations. But here is the gift. When the roles fall away, when the routines collapse, when the expectations crumble, what's left is the real you, the woman God created before the world told her who to be. I remember the first morning after my divorce was final. I woke up and I literally didn't know what to do. I had spent years being a wife, a partner, a fixer, and now it was just me. But over time, I started to hear whispers of who I was before all the labels. And in that silence, I had to ask a question I hadn't asked in decades. Who did God create me to be? Not who the church expected, not who my family needed, not who my marriage demanded, but the woman He spoke into existence before anyone else had an opinion. And maybe you're there too, standing in the quiet, wondering if there's anything left of the dreams you once had. God is not finished with you. So here are some questions for you to journal today. Who am I apart from my roles? What made me feel alive before life got so heavy? What is one small way I can honor who God created me to be? Let's talk about grief. Grief isn't just for funerals. We grieve the dreams that didn't come true. We grieve the family we thought we'd have. We grieve the time we feel we wasted. Grief can be beautiful. It's not where things end, it's where new things begin. Remember, even Jesus grieved. He wept knowing the resurrection was coming. He didn't skip grief, he honored it. When I realized my marriage was truly over, there was a deep shame that came with it. I thought good Christian women didn't fail at marriage. I carried that lie like a stone in my chest for a long time. But sitting in my grief, pouring it out before God, letting the tears come without apology, that's where He met me. Not with condemnation, but with comfort. And little by little, purpose began to sprout in the soil of my sorrow. So maybe today you're being asked to lay your broken dreams at His feet, not to fix them, but to make room for something more beautiful than you ever imagined. So here's some practical ways to process your grief. Speak your grief aloud to God as if talking to a trusted friend. Light a candle as a symbol of hope that loss is real, but so is the resurrection. And write a goodbye letter to the life you're leaving behind, and then write a hello letter to the life you're beginning. The hardest part isn't the breaking. It's trusting the rebuilding you can't yet see. That's where real faith comes in. Hebrews 11:1 reminds us, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. There were months where I couldn't see anything good ahead. I was working 2 jobs, balancing life as a single mom, and wondering if anything beautiful could ever come from the ashes. But every morning, I chose one act of faith, one small prayer, one small risk, one small yes. That's what moving forward in hope looks like. So here's some practical steps for moving forward in hope. Name one thing you're grateful for, even if it feels tiny. Take one small, brave step today, even if you're scared, and anchor yourself in one promise of God and declare it aloud when doubt comes. Friend, you may not see the full picture yet, but your steps are ordered, and your future is already being shaped by hands you can trust. If this message spoke to your heart today, know this: you are not being left behind. You are being rebuilt by the very hands that formed you in the first place. If you want to go even deeper into this journey, I invite you to watch my Midlife Reset workshop, where we walk together through practical steps to reset your mindset, rebuild your faith, and rise stronger than ever. The link is below in the description. You're not too late. You're right on time for the beautiful future God is preparing for you.